Yo, what's up, man? It's a quick tip. Again, if you really want to increase your vertical, here's some very important factors. Okay, first factor is the more force that an athlete can absorb or withstand, the more they can reapply. So, let's say if you can jump off a car, like like literally fall up, like walk off a car, off the edge of a hood of a car, and land on one foot, that foot is probably your strongest foot to jump off of. Or if you're jumping off like a picnic table or 24-inch box. So if you really want to increase your vertical, you got to know how to withstand force, not necessarily absorb it, but withstand it. Okay. The next important principle that I'm talking about is the stretch shortening cycle. So basically, I'm just reading off some things I did research on. The stretch shortening cycle is the most powerful action of the muscle tendon complex, specifically in plyometrics. The SSC is when a tendon is stretched before it is shortened. This is the complete action of plyometric movement. So basically, when people say, "Oh, I'm doing plyometrics," a lot of times it's just jump training. It's not really like plyometrics. Plyometrics is when a tendon is stretched before it's shortened. So the stretching is what makes the tendon kind of snap back into place, what gives you that explosive movement. So again, the more force that an athlete can withstand, the more they can reapply. So let's say if you jump off a house and you land, basically you got some pretty strong legs. If you can jump off the top of a roof of a house and just land quietly, most likely your legs are going to collapse from the immense G-force or the amount of newtons. If you guys are looking into that research, okay? So another thing is utilizing weights, jump stretch bands, or body weight for novice to beginners and intermediate, also to advanced and pro-level athletes, are keys to the gates of the athletic arena in which you want to reside in. So you can start out with body weight, start out with moderate, 30 to 40%. The only thing about when people say 1 rep max is when you do a 1 rep max, you don't know what your max is until you basically almost hurt yourself. So I would say go, if you're a seasoned athlete, just start with the bar first and then add a plate or 2 plates and then work on from there. And then once you feel like your muscles are going to go to failure, that's when you should stop. So I would say the best rep scheme is just time under tension. So if you go, let's say you're doing squats and you pick 135, just the bar and 2 45-pound plates, try to do 15 reps with that, back squats or front squats. If you can do that, boom, that's pretty much, if you add 4 more plates or 3 more plates, sometimes when you jump in a basketball game, you're going to have to do the same type of jumping as you did in the first quarter as well as the last quarter. So in fourth quarter, you should have the same explosiveness as the first quarter. So meaning you probably need to add more reps or time under tension. So if you're going to do a rep, let's say you do some squats for, I got a kettlebell right here, right? And the kettlebell is 40 pounds. If I do sumo squats, I'm gonna probably do 30 seconds of squats. That'll be about 15 to 20 reps. I want to do that probably 5 or 6 times. All right. So another thing is, one of the best ways to increase your vertical is, of course, just sticking to a couple different exercises and see where it takes you. Some people jump around like program hopping. A lot of these guys talk about that. Sean Miska and Elliot Hughes and some of these other YouTubers, overtime athletes and stuff like that. Of course, I'm a big follower of Tim Grover. So Tim Grover has a book out called Jump Attack, and basically what he uses the same system is if you grab one of these bands here. So I use a lot of these bands. I use the heavy ones, some light ones. I use one that's about this thick. It's really thick. So if you look at how wide it is, man, it's pretty wide. It's about 3.5, 4 inches. So if you really want to jump higher, get you some of these bands. Also have a kettlebell over here. So, you know, and just continue to work hard. But the most 2 important factors I can give you is the more force you can withstand, not necessarily absorb, but the more you can withstand, you're going to be able to produce more force. And then also the stretch shortening complex is the most powerful action that a muscle tendon complex have. So the muscles and the tendons are connected together. Bones are connected by ligaments. So that's one thing that a lot of people get confused. So just do your research. Look at some of these guys with PhDs, and I would say like osteo doctors and physical therapists, kinesiologists. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm a basketball trainer. So when you look at different aspects of the game of basketball, look at guys like Michael Jordan. His athleticism was way beyond other guys' athleticism because he had a great trainer. So the trainer enforced certain principles towards him, so he would be able to jump in and be relentless. Okay, and then look at the other guys: D. Wade, Kobe Bryant. Those greats are trained by another great trainer. So if you guys want to be, got to go to the source of some of that information. All right. Thanks. Try to make the video as short as possible. Give you some good information. Coach Ike here. Stand for more. Impact Sports. Peace. Like and subscribe or share this video if you think it's helpful.